depressing way, but in a way that feels meaningful, like it's pulling something real out of you? That's what this seems like. And with Johnny Depp in the lead, we can expect that this character is going to be layered. Complicated. Probably a little broken. And that's where Depp really shines. When he plays someone who's messy, flawed, human. Now, let's talk about that image, the one that kicked off all the speculation. If you haven't seen it yet, let me paint the picture for you. Johnny Depp is sitting at what looks like a worn-down bar or maybe a small-town diner. He's dressed simply, nothing flashy, just a shirt and maybe a jacket, though the lighting makes it hard to tell. His hair is slicked back, like he hasn't bothered to style it much, and his face looks, well, tired. Not in a makeup-heavy, fake tired way. But genuinely exhausted. Like someone who's been carrying something for a long time. There's a cigarette in his hand. A drink in front of him. And he's not looking at the camera. He's looking at something far away, or maybe just lost in his own thoughts. His expression is powerful. It's not sad. Not angry. It's that kind of emptiness that feels louder than words. Like there's a storm happening inside, but from the outside, all you see is silence. That look alone says more than most monologues. And that's what makes this performance so exciting. It's already speaking volumes, and we've barely seen anything. What's more, the setting around him isn't dressed up to look pretty. It's dusty. Dim, gritty in a way that feels intentional. Like a snapshot from a forgotten corner of the world. You can almost hear the silence, the kind of silence that carries weight. And the director, Julien Temple. Now, if you're not familiar with his work, that's totally fine. He's not your usual blockbuster guy. He's more of a storyteller. Captures the mood, the music, the rhythm of a scene that feels alive. He's known for music documentaries and indie films that don't follow the usual. They're raw. Honest. Sometimes even experimental. And that's teaming up with Johnny Depp makes so much. These are two people who don't like to play it safe. They'd rather dig deep, get messy, that feels true, even if it's a little uncomfortable. So, yeah, this movie be for everyone. And that's kind of the point. Refreshing about a film that isn't trying to please. Something that just wants to, a real story, and let you tell. And based on what we're seeing, Day Drinker could be exactly that. Now, back to the photo. Because when you really look at it, there are some interesting details that seem small, but probably aren't. Like the broken mirror in the background. You could just say, okay, it's a mirror that's cracked. Big deal. But in storytelling, broken mirrors almost always symbolize something deeper, a fractured identity, a loss of self, a distorted view of the world. It's subtle. But it says a lot. Then there's a jukebox, sitting quietly in the corner. It's dusty, looks like it hasn't been used in years. Which could mean something about time passing. About things being left behind. Or memories that are stuck, unable to play. And the most specific detail? A calendar from 1983. That's oddly precise, right? Not just a random prop. That year probably matters. Maybe the character is haunted by something that happened then. Maybe he's stuck in the past. Or maybe it's just the setting of the film. Either way, that one little clue has people speculating like crazy. And that's the beauty of it, the film isn't spelling everything out. It's inviting you to look closer. To notice the small things. And to build the story yourself. Now, let's talk about the rest of the cast. While all eyes are on Johnny Depp, word is that the supporting cast includes a bunch of up-and-coming European actors. You might not recognize their names right away, but that's actually a good thing. Because sometimes, when you fill a film with huge names, it starts to feel like, well, like a performance. But when you have new, raw talent, it brings something real. Something unpredictable. And that helps the lead actor shine even more. Plus, having a European cast gives the movie an international flavor. A different rhythm. A different emotional tone. It's less polished, more grounded. Which is exactly what a film like this needs. And now comes the really interesting part, why people are calling this Depp's big indie comeback. Let's face it, over the past few years, Johnny Depp has been in the headlines more for his personal life than his acting. Legal battles. Media storms. A lot of drama. And through it all, he's stayed somewhat out of the spotlight, choosing roles more carefully, staying away from the big, loud franchises. And Day Drinker? This could be his way of saying, hey, I'm still here. And I still care about the craft. It's not about proving anything. It's about returning to what made him great in the first place, taking risks. Doing roles that matter. That challenge him. That speak to something deeper. Critics are already picking up on that. Some are saying this might be one of his best performances yet, even though we've only seen one photo. That's the power of a strong first impression. It doesn't take much to spark interest. Just one look. One vibe. And people are hooked. And honestly, after so many years of larger-than-life characters and special effects, seeing Depp play someone so real, so human, it's kind of refreshing. It's like seeing the actor again, not just the icon. And that brings us back to the title, Day Drinker. It sounds simple. Maybe even funny, right? Like a casual drinker who starts a little early. But in this context, it feels a lot heavier. Think about it, someone who drinks during the day isn't doing it for fun. They're trying to escape. Trying to numb something. Maybe they can't sleep at night. Maybe the nights are too quiet. Or too loud inside their head. Drinking during the day is usually a sign of something deeper. And that's what this film seems to be exploring. The name alone tells you, this isn't a comedy. This isn't light. This is a look at someone who's struggling. Someone who's hiding in plain sight. And that, right there, might be why people are already emotionally invested. We all have struggles. We all carry things. And sometimes, seeing that reflected on screen, in a way that feels honest and not sugar-coated,